Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be living. Today is your girl Audrey, yet with another video on YouTube, how to make Cameroonian buns, normally called gateau. So if you're interested in this video, guys, stay tuned. Let's dive into it. So guys, the ingredients that we're going to use for the making of these buns are, we are going to be using 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 to 3 eggs, half a cup of granulated sugar, a pinch of salt, 125 grams of butter, unsalted, milk, whole milk. We're going to use baking powder and vanilla sugar. We'll also be using oil specific for frying, a bowl for the mixture, and a spatula. So let's dive into the mixing. I'm going to put 3 cups of all-purpose flour into my bowl. Guys, I'm going to mix the dry ingredients first before going with any wet ingredients. For those who like it very sweet, you can put a lot of sugar, but for me, I just love just to have a little bit of sweetness. I'm going to go in with a teeny tiny tablespoon pinch of salt. I'm first of all going to mix this. Some people use, they always like to use yeast. I don't love using yeast because when you put yeast in this gateau, the next day or the day after, it's uneatable. It's very strong. So my secret is always baking powder. It keeps it moist. You can use it, you can eat this gateau for more than 3 to 4 days and it's still the same. So I'm going with a packet of this yeast, and this packet is 15 grams. The packet of baking powder, sorry, this is baking powder I'm using. I don't like using yeast, I'm using baking powder. So I went in with a packet of baking powder, that's 15 grams. I'm also going to go in with this packet of vanilla sugar. That's 8 grams. I'll mix them all together. For those who have tasted my gateau, you know how delicious it is. I always make it on order for people, for occasions, and for my family, but for this today it's only for my family. That's why I'm making a small quantity. So after this, I'm going to go in with my unsalted butter. That's 125 grams. Guys, at this stage, I'm going to use my hands. My hands are already washed and they are clean. But before doing that, I'm going to put a little bit of this milk in the cup. I don't measure my milk. I just use it and I always do eyeballing. So I always use just a bit, I put it a bit at a time, so that when my consistency is met, then I can allow it. I don't have a specific measurement for the milk. So I'm going to go in and mix all the dry ingredients together with the unsalted butter. Guys, for this part, I always like doing, for a small quantity like this, I always go the traditional way with my hands. For those who want to, you can also use a cake mixer or a hand mixer. But I like to go in for small quantities like this with the traditional way, just with my hands. But when I'm going for a larger quantity, I go in my cake mixer. So that's how I do it. And also for this recipe, guys, too much butter is not good. You have to be very careful with the quantity of butter you use, because if you use too much butter and we still need to fry it, it's going to be too greasy. It's not going to be eatable. You have just one and you won't love to have the next bite. So what I do is minimal butter. Don't go in with too much butter, just small. So now all my dry ingredients are in, and this is how it looks. I'm going to go in with my eggs. This is very messy, guys. Trust me. When you mix dry ingredients and wet ingredients, it's very messy. So what I do is just folding it in like so. At this point, you discover that the dough is almost so moist. If you can see how moist it is. I'm going to go closer to the camera for you to see. So I just wanted to bring my camera a little bit closer so that you can see how it is just with the eggs. Look how it's already so moist. That's why I say I don't have any measurement for the milk, because it's supposed to be wet but not too wet. See, it's already wet. So if you go in with too much milk, it's going to be too wet, and then you have to adjust it by adding some of the flour, the dry flour. So what I'll do now is going in with milk with I'm going to pour it a little bit at a time, just like so, and then mixing it. You want your mixture to be smooth but still not too wet. See? You also want to keep a little bit of your dry flour at the side, so that if you make a mistake and the dough becomes too wet, you can correct it with the flour. So for this recipe, I don't use any water. Milk is the only liquid I use here. And the reason I use milk is just to, you know, we mix everything dry, so the milk is to blend, is to dilute the sugar that we poured into the mixture. So it's going to make everything come together. See what I told you guys? It's a little bit too sticky, so I'm going to go in with the dry flour. That's why I said for this recipe you don't need too much butter. Like so. And you add it a bit at a time. A little bit more flour. Guys, these buns are so delicious. And these buns in Africa, we use it as a snack. We use it for breakfast. We eat it at all times. It's very delicious if you do it well. Yeah, at my home, my girls love it. They love it. So, this is how our bun looks. The dough, this is how the dough looks. I'm still going to go in with a little bit of flour. So this is it, guys. Just look at this texture. Look at this. That is what we are going for. See? That is what we are going for. Guys, I'm going straight to make little balls. I'm going to show you the technique I use in rolling my buns. So I don't really allow this to rest for 30 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever. This is good to go. If you make your buns, the little buns, then you can go in immediately to fry. Okay. So guys, this is how it is. And right now, I'm going to begin with the buns. So I'm going to take a little portion of the dough, just like so, depending on how big you want your buns to be. So for me, I like to take it this much. And then what I do is I flatten it up like so, flat, and then I fold it inwards. Guys, I don't know how to explain why I do it this way, but I'm going to let you see after the dough is fried so that you understand better why I folded it this way. And guys, my daughter is behind the camera. She's so excited and anxious to do these buns, because whenever I do buns, she's always around folding it with me. So guys, I cannot resist but let her in. Okay, Madison, come with me, Mama. So it's all clean, her hands are clean, and the table is all ready for her to make her buns. So I'm just placing it there for her. See, she loves doing it. This is her favorite part of it all. You know, guys, if you're a mother, you understand what I mean. Good girl. And so guys, let me use this opportunity. If you've not yet subscribed to the family, please go down and hit the subscribe button, and don't also forget to hit the bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. Okay, we are done making our buns, guys. This is the quantity we have today. So guys, as I told you before, I don't let it rest. I just go immediately to fry. Let's go to the fry. Frying time. So guys, we are about to fry our gateau, and I'm using this pan, this wok pan, because it's a little bit deep in the middle and wide open at the top, and it's what we usually use back home. And one thing that is very important now is the oil. The oil has to be hot, but not too hot to burn the gateau, because if it's too hot, it's going to burn outwardly, but inside is not going to be ready. So we need just the oil to be warm enough to make the gateau rise and cook from inside to outside. So what I do, I always have a little bit of the dough as a tester. So now I see it's not having any effect, so the oil is not yet ready. Once you place the dough in and it rises to the top, then you know the oil is ready to fry. So we are going to watch this. If it rises, so guys, it's risen, it means my oil is ready to fry. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce the flame. So I'm going to place the first gateau in and still observe, because this is small, maybe it got risen fast. So with this one, I will know if my oil is at the right temperature. If it rises, then I go in with the rest of the gateau. So I'm watching, and as you're frying this, it's not something you put on the fire and you go and sit. You have to be there. You have to be there to watch it, monitor it, so that you have your gateau with no problem. As you can see, my gateau is taking time to rise. But I think that is the right consistency. That's how hot I want my oil to be. So I'm going to go in with the rest of the gateau, with the dough. I'll have to control the flames because I don't want my buns to suck in oil. It's very unpleasant when your bun sucks in oil, and it's very unpleasant to eat. So I'm really going to watch this as it fries. This is the most important step of it all. I'll increase my flame just a little bit. So what I do is working with my flame. It's very important. The higher the flames, the easier it's going to burn. And the too low if the flame, then it's going to suck oil. So you just have to be controlling it. Shout out to my elder sister there in America, Anijua. Whenever I'm making these buns, I think of her because she loves it and she's perfect in frying them. She's very good in frying them. So whenever I'm doing this, I'm just like, oh, if she was around, she would do this for me. So shout out to her. Hi, Annie. So guys, this is our bun, our gateau. This is how it looks. Golden brown. And guys, this is the reason why I folded my gateau. As I said, this is a reason to achieve this shape. I like it when it's like this. Is very appealing, and this is how it looks inside. See guys, very nice. Very nice. So very delicious. This is so good, guys. Actually, for Nutella lovers, you can fill this bun in with Nutella and enjoy it. You can take it for breakfast, as I do with coffee. You can use it as a snack. Your children can take it to school, and it can be used as a dish. You know my African brothers, what we do with it, we eat it with beans because it's a dish. And it can be used for occasions too. So guys, if you've tried this recipe, please make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. And please don't forget to like this video and to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. And if you want to see more about this kind of recipes, please also leave a comment down below. Thank you guys, and bye bye. Keep enjoying with me, guys.